Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to Praying in Color Week 2. Last week, we started doing a calendar of prayers based on a page out of the book by Sybil Macbeth, Praying in Color. So, the concept is that in your supply kits, you were given a calendar, and each day you're to write a name on that date's square and somebody that you want to lift up in prayer, whether it's a relative, a parent, a sibling, a best friend, somebody who needs healing, somebody who's sad, a group like your church or a sports team or your pet, whatever the case may be. And each day, try and find a different person, although if you are repetitive, it's never a bad thing to pray for people more than once. And then after you write the name, just lift that person up by thinking about them. Think of them as you ask God to guide them or to heal them, or just say, God, watch over this person. You can say it verbally or just in your mind, or just simply think about the person as you're writing their name. And then color in the square. Do some doodles. Draw a picture. And granted, the square is kind of small, but draw something that makes you think of that person. And when you're doing your drawing, continue to think of the person as you're lifting them up to God. And like I said, you can be more specific. This person really needs help in healing, or is having a hard time in school, or joyful, thank you so much for helping my dad get a promotion, whatever the case may be. So I've been working on my calendar all week, and I wanted to show you. So I started last week with my brother-in-law, Mark, my sister's husband, because he's been having some health issues, and I wanted to lift him up and ask God to help him through his health issues. And then I went to the next day and lifted up my husband, Larry, just because he is my husband and my partner through life. So I always like to lift him up in prayer. And then Sarah, my daughter, just to help that she is doing well. She's a grad student at U Chicago, and that can be kind of stressful, to help her through her studies. And then you can see on each of them I did little doodles, some of them better than others, but that's okay. It doesn't matter what it looks like. And when we're talking about praying in color, you'll need some markers. I didn't say that at the beginning, but it's color. It's colorful. So on Sunday, I was like, I got to think about my church family. So I was thinking about how great it is to be back in in-person church, and I hope to see some of you guys there in the coming weeks. And then on Monday was my grandfather's 98th birthday. So I just had to do a prayer of thanksgiving that he was still with us and that he's healthy and he's doing well. So that was a great prayer to talk about. And then my son Sam, he's in DC right now, so I needed to just think about him and lift him up to God. And then yesterday, Penny, you all know Penny. We can also pray for our pets and hope that they're doing well. And if they ever have any problems, God is open to hearing all prayers about all things. And whatever's concerning you or whatever you're happy about, God wants you to share with him. Now today, I'm actually going to lift up my sister, Lyra. I just noticed this, but it's her husband, Mark, who has the health issues. And she called me this morning, and she's very concerned about him. He's having some testing done, but not till next week. So, she's just very concerned that they don't know what they're going to find out. So I definitely want to lift her up in my prayers. And let's see, we're going to do pink. I'm going to do I've been doing borders. You don't have to do a border. That's just my thing. I've been trying to do something in the corners. I'm actually not a very good artist. I love doing arts and crafts. When it comes to drawing, that is not my strong suit. But I love doing it, and this does not have to be artistic. It just has to be whatever you're feeling in the moment. I should have uncapped all my markers beforehand. And for my sister, it doesn't have to be like, I put hearts for my husband because I love my husband. This, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. It kind of looks like a dog, more probably Mickey Mouse, but I started making these little figure eights and it just didn't make any sense. So I made circles instead. And you can see here I just did circles. My grandfather's a little more of a theme with the candles in the 98. And of course I did do a little cross. So it can be doodles, lines, squiggly lines. For Lyra, I'm going to circle her and I want her to feel like she is being hugged. And then I'm going to bring all these lines down just so she feels that she is surrounded with God's love and with love from all those friends and family. Your doodles do not have to have meanings. I'm kind of making this up in my own head as I'm thinking about her and lifting her up to God. But by no means do you need to put meanings to what you're doodling. It can just be doodles. And then I'm just going to make some dots. No reason. You can see I've used dots before. And there's my one for today for my sister. And I'm going to continue to think about her today and Mark as he approaches getting his testing done. And hopefully all goes well. And if not, well, I will pray that all goes well and there's no issues. Sometimes those prayers are answered in a different way. So if there are issues, I'm going to pray that Mark gets all the medical help and that his doctors are the best doctors to handle his medical issues. And just pray that he's surrounded by those that love him and care for him and he gets really good care throughout the treatment. So prayers can start one way and they can kind of morph into something else. It's a conversation. It's a conversation with God. And so always feel free to bring up to God the people that you are concerned about or are happy for, but also your own doubts. We talked about doubting Thomas last week. God wants to hear about your doubts and your joys, about your life. So it's a conversation. Continue the conversation every day with God. I hope you're enjoying our calendar, and I can't wait to show you next week all the prayers that I'm going to have, or that I've had throughout the week. And I would love to see yours, so you do not have to share anything, but if you would like to send me a picture of your calendar, I would love to see it. Until next week, have fun and keep up the praying, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Until then, bye.